Hey everybody, how's it going? Jason here, Call to the Lamb. I rebranded the channel if you're a longtime viewer, because I think we're about to enter into the first phase of the Book of Revelation. Anyways, how many of you remember the movie Field of Dreams with Kevin Costner? Came out in 1989. It's a family film. It's a sports fantasy drama film about a farmer in Iowa. You know, he's going through some stuff. He was a devoted baseball fan, and he starts having visions and hearing whispers when he's out in his cornfield saying, if you build it, he will come. And then, a bunch of weird stuff happens. He ends up building a baseball diamond in his cornfield, and a bunch of dead baseball players show up and play baseball. Sounds pretty weird. What this is actually talking about, this is talking about them building CERN. CERN, okay, cornfield, okay. CERN is named after Cernunnos, otherwise known as Baphomet, the horned goat demon god of the ancient pagans. This movie was literally talking about, in 1989, them building CERN to release the devil and his fallen angels from hell. They've had this plan in effect for a very long time. You know, the Bible says there's nothing new under the sun. And what it's talking about is the fact that, prior to the flood and in ancient Babylon, they had advanced technology. My theory is that the Tower of Babel was actually a particle accelerator. It wasn't some tall tower trying to reach the heavens. It was a vertical stack particle accelerator used to create black holes, aka wormholes, aka portals, to allow them to access other dimensions and to manipulate causality as well as space-time itself. Anybody that has spent any amount of time studying quantum physics is aware of the potential for black holes to be used to do all sorts of weird stuff. And unfortunately, it's whenever humanity builds these black hole creating particle accelerators, that seems to trigger the apocalypse. This is the reason why the flood happened. It's spoken of in the Emerald Tablets of Thoth. Those are non-canonical, non-biblical, but Thoth was identified as being Enoch, so it's basically like Enoch writing about what was going on before the flood. And if you read into the text, he's basically saying, they built a particle accelerator, started letting all the demons out of hell, and, God flooded the world. I believe that God also destroyed the Tower of Babel for a similar reason. Likely Sodom and Gomorrah were destroyed for a similar reason. Chaos magic, spiral energy, they call it. Chaos. The utilization of the primordial matter and potential that God created everything from, like clay. Think of it like clay, infinite potentiality. And they've since learned how to utilize this. And this is the source of things like the Mandela effect, where you notice things like the book The Berenstain Bears. Now, if you look at that, it's Berenstain. It's spelled completely differently, even though millions of people remember it the other way. It's extremely strange. It's because they're messing with space-time. They're trying to prevent the second coming, which is laughable, because I think through their interference is what's going to actually bring it about. But who knows? I'm worried. Anybody alive in this day and age knows something weird's going on. And if you don't believe in God, I highly suggest you change your tune, because it's all real. This stuff's all real, Everybody needs to wake up. You need to stockpile food, medicine, get a shotgun, a bunch of ammunition. If you got kids, double up on all your supplies. Having at least enough food to last a year or two, because they're going to collapse the economy soon. Their goal is to create a one world government, one world currency, as described in the book of Revelation. Anybody with half a brain can see this stuff is happening around us. And the whole purpose of my channel is to try to wake up as many people as possible to the fact that God is real, the devil is real, your soul is real, and that there is literally a war going on between heaven and hell for your very soul, as well as the planet Earth itself, which I believe the planet Earth is the entire universe. I believe the entirety of creation is planet Earth. I don't think there's anything beyond our solar system. I think our solar system is basically the entirety of creation, and that everything else is a projection. The stuff you see in the night sky are angels. Everything's a lie. Everything we're told is BS. It's basically just to convince you that God isn't real, so you're a good little cog in the machine. Don't be a good little cog in the machine. Be good for God. Alright, that's all I had to say. Have a good day.